What's up, everybody? Welcome back, because today's headline is not just trending, it's exploding. And trust me, this isn't regular celebrity gossip. This is the kind of story that makes Hollywood insiders whisper behind closed doors. Because if your name is Cardi B, baby, the streets are talking. They are saying what happened at the Super Bowl wasn't just embarrassing, it was planned humiliation. A setup so cold, so calculated, that fans are calling it the most brutal celebrity play-in-your-face moment of the year. And the man at the center of it all, Stefan. Now people already knew Cardi was standing beside him, supporting him, holding him down. But what nobody expected was what happened next. Because instead of love, loyalty, or even respect, Cardi allegedly walked into a scene that looked like a scripted betrayal. And here's where it gets darker. Because industry voices are saying Stefan didn't just embarrass Cardi, he brought the past back to hurt her. Enter Pry, a name that's been linked to Cardi's marriage drama for years. Rumors say Pry was allegedly connected to Offset, and if that's true, then Cardi wasn't just watching her man's friend show up. She was watching a ghost from her old pain walk right into her new life. And now the internet is asking the question nobody wants to say out loud. Was Offset involved too? Because the deeper this story goes, the messier it gets. People are now connecting dots between Stefan, Pry, Offset, and old betrayal rumors that never truly died. And just when you think it can't get crazier, a celebrity insider known as Gorgeous Doll steps in. Someone who's already exposed big names before. And she's not just giving opinions, she's giving warnings. Because according to what's being whispered in the industry, this wasn't accidental. This wasn't bad timing. This was a message. And if that's true, then Cardi B didn't just get embarrassed. She got played. Performing arts. But what was the real plan behind Pry showing up? And why did Stefan's own family look way too comfortable with it? Now let's get into the part that has everybody screaming, Cardi, run. Because according to the streets, the blogs, and even people inside the industry, Pry didn't just randomly appear at the Super Bowl. No. Pry showed up like she had a role to play. And when the cameras started catching her sitting close, smiling, vibing, people noticed something even crazier. Stefan's family was hugged up with her. His mom. His brothers. His people. Like she wasn't some random guest. Like she belonged there. And baby, if you're Cardi B, standing in that stadium, watching the same woman connected to your past trauma sitting like royalty, that's not just disrespect, that's humiliation on a world stage. Because here's the thing. Pry is allegedly the same woman the internet once linked to Offset as a mistress situation. And rumors even say she was allegedly pregnant by him during the same time Cardi was dealing with her own pregnancy. So now imagine the setup. Cardi B thinks she's stepping into a fresh chapter, but instead, she walks into a scene where the old drama is sitting front row, wearing confidence like perfume. And that's why Gorgeous Doll came out swinging. She basically said Stefan is either the dumbest man alive, or he did it on purpose. Because how do you bring your new baby mama's ex-husband's alleged side situation to the biggest game of your career? That's not a mistake. That's a statement, and it gets worse. Because insiders are saying Stefan didn't even try to protect Cardi from it. He didn't say, maybe this weekend isn't the time. He didn't set boundaries. He didn't play peacemaker. Instead, he let Pry be there like a trophy. And the internet immediately started calling it what it looked like. A look what I can do moment. A power move. A public flex. And according to the whispers, the message was clear. Cardi, you're not the only woman with access. Now Cardi's fans were furious. But the gag is this. Cardi didn't cry publicly. She didn't beg. She didn't crash out. She did something even scarier. She stayed quiet. Because if you know Cardi B, you know silence from her isn't weakness. It's the calm before the hurricane. And now people are saying Stefan thought he was humiliating her. But Cardi might have already flipped the entire situation into profit. because while Stefan was losing focus, Cardi was securing deals, endorsements, watches, jewelry, moving like a woman who knows her value. And that's why the streets are saying, Stefan tried to play chess, but Cardi is playing business. But hold on, because Act 3 is where the conspiracy really kicks in, and that's when people start asking, was Pry just a friend? Or was this a planned plot between Pry, Stefan, and maybe even Offset? Flushed face fire. Now this is where the story stops being messy, and starts feeling dangerous. Because after Pry's appearance at the Super Bowl went viral, the internet didn't just react. They started connecting dots like detectives. And suddenly, the conversation changed from "that's disrespectful" to "wait, was this planned?" Because according to Gorgeous Doll and the people watching this unfold in real time, the timeline is just too suspicious. Let's break it down. Pry and Stefan. They've allegedly been friends for years. Offset and Pry. There have been rumors for a long time that Pry was connected to Offset during Cardi's marriage drama. Now here's where it gets insane. People are saying Cardi allegedly got involved with Stefan, knowing his closest female friend was the same woman linked to her ex-husband's betrayal. And that's why the industry is whispering one question. How did Stefan explain Pry to Cardi in the first place? Because if Pry was really family, why would Cardi even feel safe around that circle? But Cardi did feel safe. Cardi got close. Cardi got comfortable. Cardi even ended up having a baby with Stefan, and now people are saying, that's exactly what Stefan wanted. Because according to the streets, Stefan didn't just want Cardi. He wanted to break Cardi. To humble her. To prove she's not untouchable. To prove she can be played like any other woman. And that's when the word started spreading like wildfire. This is a con. A setup. A humiliation ritual. Something designed to embarrass Cardi on the biggest stage possible, while the world was watching. And what made it even worse? The way Pry showed up. Not quiet. Not low-key. Not respectful. Nah. Pry was allegedly dressed loud, posted up, sitting pretty, looking like she wanted to be seen. And people started saying something chilling. Pry didn't attend the Super Bowl, she arrived like a message. Then comes the wildest rumor of all, that Stefan's family wasn't shocked, they weren't uncomfortable, they weren't trying to hide her. They were smiling, hugging, moving like they were in on it, and that's when the internet screamed. Everybody knew Cardi was about to be embarrassed. Now here's the part that has fans truly furious. Because Stefan didn't just bring Pry around. He did it at the Super Bowl, the biggest moment of his career. The day a man should be locked in, focused, determined, but instead, people say he was focused on one thing: making Cardi look stupid. And as the Patriots lost, the streets started saying karma hit immediately, because how do you play games with someone's heart? Then expect the universe to reward you. And now the whispers are getting darker. People are saying Offset was still communicating with messy bloggers, still in the background, still possibly pulling strings, and if that's true, then this wasn't just Stefan disrespecting Cardi, this was a full-circle betrayal. People are starting to believe he would, and now the internet isn't asking if Cardi got played. They are asking, how long has she been in the trap without realizing it? Now listen, this is the act where everything flips, because people keep focusing on Pry, right? They keep saying, why was she there? Who invited her? What does she mean to Stefan? But according to the streets, Pry was never the real problem, Pry was just the weapon. Because the real message Stefan sent that day wasn't about another woman, it was about Cardi's position, and baby, the message was brutal. The streets are saying Stefan basically showed Cardi, in front of the whole world, You're not first. You're not protected. You're not respected. Because think about it, the Super Bowl is not a regular event. That's the biggest stage in sports. Cameras everywhere. Celebrities everywhere. Millions watching. And Stefan chose that moment to let Pry sit front row with his family like she was the queen of the castle. And Cardi was treated like the outsider, like the cash cow, like the one who's supposed to smile, support, spend money, and shut up. And Gorgeous Doll said it best, if Stefan's mother didn't stop it. If his brothers didn't stop it. If his family was hugging Pry like she belonged, then that means this disrespect wasn't accidental, that disrespect was approved. And that's why people are calling it Hannibal Lecter evil. Because it wasn't just a breakup move, it was psychological warfare. The kind of humiliation that's meant to break a woman mentally, and let's not forget. Cardi allegedly spent over $1 million on an engagement party vibe, gifts, matching watches, Super Bowl energy. She was investing emotionally and financially, and Stefan. He needed money. He needed stability. He needed a dream team, but instead of being grateful. The streets are saying he wanted to prove he was the man in control. Like he wanted to remind Cardi, I can embarrass you whenever I want.